Welcome back to War of the Lesbian Zombies. In the last episode, Hoffman made a fool of himself at the airport. Foxtrot Zero is off to a bumpy start, and the hot tub heated up as Jill became the newest lesbian zombie sister.
At 6 a.m., former Senator James Hoffman got up and took a shower. Today, he was booked on the WNN show, The Threes. Today, he'd prove to the world that the lesbian zombies were real, how they turned him into a sex zombie and ruined his reputation. Dressed in a sport coat and tie, he tucked a revolver behind his belt, then checked the mirror. He saw what the cameras would see. A handsome man, smart, and savior of all men everywhere. At 8:15 a.m. sharp, a black limo pulled up, sent by WNN for the celebrity guest. However, getting into the car, he saw Brenda sitting in the back seat. "What are you doing here?" He looked at the driver. "Jorge, what's going on?"
"James, I have a confidant inside WNN. He tipped me off about this interview. You need to reconsider doing it. I know you mean well, but it's going to go badly for you."
"No way. It'll be bad for you and those bitch sisters of yours. When this interview is over, the whole world is going to know what you're up to." Jorge drove away from the curb and headed toward the WNN studios.
"Nobody is going to believe you. You're going to make a fool of yourself."
"Bullshit. I know what your girls did to me. Slipped me the virus, turned me into a sex zombie."
"You're not a sex zombie, James. You're a sex fiend, a womanizer, a man whore. The virus simply brought out the real you. If not for those pills you take every day, there'd be no limit to your debauchery."
"You're pathetic, Brenda. I've got you by the balls and you know it. You're going down. Your sisterhood's going down and your LZ Foundation's going down. You won't get another dime in donations. Your women's empowerment hoax is dead." The limo pulled up in front of WNN. Hoffman got out. "You should stick around for the show."
"Wouldn't miss it for the world."
He slammed the door. "Jorge, find a parking spot. We're going to watch this idiot go down in flames." Inside WNN, James was already in makeup. Brenda found the host of the show, Dippy Gelderbloom.
"Dippy, Hoffman shouldn't be here." "Are you kidding? He's the hottest ticket in town."
"He's crazy. He's not thinking right. Hell-bent on self-destruction."
"Lovely talking, Brenda. Ta-ta, gotta go."
Within a few minutes, James was out of makeup and ready to shock the world. As he walked on stage to take his seat of honor, he saw Brenda sitting in the front row beyond the stage lights. Jorge sat next to her, a giant at her side. Hoffman leered at them. Dippy strode on stage to raucous applause. The two co-hosts followed, and they got seated.
"Welcome, Mr. Hoffman. What's all this we hear about lesbian zombies?"
"They are real. They are here, and they're going to take over the world." "It's true. When lesbian zombies take over the world, none of them will ever die, and men will be enslaved forever. And the worst part is they believe that God is a woman."
"James, that's a lot of hoo-ha. You said you could prove it. How?"
He stood. "Don't you get it? The lesbian zombies infected me with their virus, turned me into a zombie."
"You're a zombie?"
"Damn right I am." "You can't kill lesbian zombies. 2 of them just survived a plane crash that killed everyone else. Came out without a scratch."
"A miracle."
"It's a Haitian curse. You can't kill them. Even the little one, Caroline, survived a fatal car crash. She too came out without a scratch."
"Lucky girl."
"And there's Max from Max's Diner. Their little dog killed him. I tell you, that Jack Russell Terrier is a zombie too."
"So what do you propose we do with them?"
"Feed him to the sharks. Bet that'll kill him."
"You know how crazy you sound, right?" "James, enough is enough. You're making a big mistake."
"There she is, folks. The queen of the lesbian zombies. Brenda Ayler herself. Don't let her good looks fool you. Her kiss is as lethal as a venomous snake bite." He pulled out his revolver and aimed it at her heart. Brenda stepped back.
What are you doing, James? I'll show you all. A bullet in the heart is no more than a pinprick to a lesbian zombie. The audience wasn't laughing now. Please, James, don't kill me. Jorge stood and stepped in front of her to take the bullet for his queen. Drop your weapon. Security had arrived. I'm not finished here. Never let her touch you. Never let her sisters touch you. And never give them any money. NYPD backup rushed in, guns drawn on Hoffman. Drop the gun or we'll shoot. You don't scare me. I'm a zombie. You can't kill me. Jorge jumped forward and cold-cocked the idiot. The interview was over at 10:12 a.m. Brenda was looking around for Chloe to fill her in on what Jackie had in mind for Black Friday too. The sisters were out at the pool, partying as usual. Has anyone seen Chloe? She and Lily went to Max's funeral. Jorge drove them. The service for Max was just breaking up. The pondside graveside under a shady tree was too good a resting place for him. Lily stood by the coffin. She placed a red rose on the lid and whispered, "You dumb bastard. Why did you have to be so mean to me?" As she and Chloe turned to leave, they were confronted by 3 men dressed in suits. Too bad for poor Max. Best damn pan-fried trot this side of Havana. We hear he got killed by a zombie dog. Don't be ridiculous. The goon pulled his gun. You 2 beaches come with us. Jorge appeared behind the girls. They're not going anywhere with you yahoos. He brandished his gun, the business end pointed straight at the bearded man. Which one of you donkey-dongs want to die first? Let's see a show of hands. Lily stepped back to stand beside Jorge. We don't want any trouble. I don't know. I was looking forward to killing them very much. You got no guts to shoot me, you lousy chauffeur. Turn over the girls. Make me. He charged Jorge, who promptly shot him in the knee. The fight instantly bled from the bad guy as he hit the turf, screaming in pain. The other 2 goons reached for their guns. Jorge had the drop on them. Take your guns out with your left hands and toss them on the ground. The guns hit the turf, too. You're gonna regret this, mister. I'm shaking all over. He picked up the guns and tossed them into the pond. See how easy it is to live another minute? If you boys move, you're never gonna see your mamas again. He stalked to the bleeder, got to him just as he pulled his gun, and stomped on his arm, forcing him to drop it. You don't learn too good, buddy. He kicked him in the knee, which solicited another painful scream, picked up the dropped gun, and threw it into the pond. He glanced at Lily and Chloe. Go back to the car. Are you going to kill them? These buttwipes got it coming, but I have better use for them alive. Well, at least one of them. The girls sprinted toward the limo parked in the lane. Now you boneheads listen up. First one to give me the name of your boss lives. All 3 remained silent. He's that scary, huh? We don't know. Jorge stuffed his gun behind his belt. Before I go, you boys owe me a big thank you. You're loco. You shot me. I just saved your lives. Those girls would have torn off your arms and beat you to death with them. Leave the lesbian zombies alone, or next time I'll let them kill all you fools. Jorge turned his back on them and stalked to the limo. On the road to the ranch, Chloe and Lily sat in the rear seat. How did they know who we were? Somebody's got it in for you girls. Hoffman? Everyone thinks he's a bad joke, but the remark about a zombie dog points to him. And they mentioned Havana. Yeah, those bean brains are Cuban, dressed like mafioso. Hoffman's hired some serious muscle to take down the sisterhood. I got a bad feeling about those guys. The next morning, Brenda came down for breakfast. As any good mother hen would do, she counted her chicks. One was missing. Where's Monica? Her bed wasn't slept in last night. She's probably with Alphonse again. I don't know, Jackie. She's pretty upset about baby Doc. I know something you don't know. Tell us, sweetie. She came in my room and told me she had to go on a trip. for 3 days and kissed me goodbye. I'll bet she's gone to Port-au-Prince to kill baby Doc. It's a damn shame that beautiful woman can't control her temper. Brenda, she has to settle this her own way, in her own time. It's going to be the death of baby Doc, that's for sure. His flight to Paris doesn't leave until next week. We should call ahead and warn Aurora. Maybe she can talk some sense into Monica. Yeah, when trains fly. As United Flight 305 began its descent to Port-au-Prince, Monica looked out the window and saw the ghost of her daughter Maya sitting on the wing. She wore her favorite lace blouse and white shoes, the clothes she was buried in, as clean as the day they were sewn. Her afro-styled hair was unaffected by the wind. Monica placed her hands on the window, wishing she could reach out and touch her. So close yet so far away, somewhere in time and space to the end of eternity. Hot tears bloomed in Monica's eyes. I miss you, my sweet Maya. Mama, forgiveness goes a long way in heaven. The jet landed with a bump and a roar. Maya waved and was gone. Forgiveness for baby Doc? Never. After getting off the plane, Monica decided to visit Maya's grave before killing baby Doc. Using only the moon and stars for light, she walked the dirt road to the cemetery and entered the path into a maze of tombs and markers, ancient as the island's history. Decades of rain and sun had erased Maya's name from her cross of stone. Tears welled in Monica's eyes as she knelt before the cross, bare knees in the dirt. She shuddered under the onslaught of memories, the horrific events that had brought her here so long ago. I have heard you, Maya, my precious daughter, your plea for forgiveness, but the hate in my heart for baby Doc is ever present. The Thompson machetes raped me, and his father did nothing about it. When baby Doc took power in Haiti, those soldiers raped and murdered you, and he did nothing about it. Without my hate for him, I won't know who I am. Maya's ghostly form appeared on the weathered cross, the little black girl, pretty as the day she died. Yes, I was a rape baby. You could have aborted me, but chose life instead. You are a merciful mother. That's all you need to be. Mercy is not for the merciless. Evil brought me into the world, and evil took me out. But I'm happy now with Loa. I want you to be happy too, Mama. It starts with forgiving those who have trespassed against you. I hear you, Maya. Heaven has made you very wise. But baby Doc must die. I have forgiven him. You must forgive him too, so we may be together again someday. I want to see you again, but I'm a lesbian zombie now. I won't die for a long, long time. I feel mercy in your heart, Mama. Show baby Doc mercy, as you did before. Don't kill him. How did you know I was coming here to kill baby Doc? Loa told me. That is all I need to know. I will not kill him, and maybe someday I will forgive him as you wish. Go home in peace, Mama. The ghostly girl's smile shined bright, brighter and brighter, and then she was gone. Until we meet again, my sweet Maya.
Off she goes, back to New York. Whether she finds peace or not, baby Doc just dodged another bullet. And it looks like Jorge just pissed off the Cuban mafia. Is Hoffman that desperate to bring down the lesbian zombies? Yeah, bullets are gonna fly. Coming next in episode 14, the cops find Jackie's limo alongside the road, shot full of holes, Bonnie and Clyde style, and Jorge is missing. Plus, Foxtrot Zero has an infiltrator at Fort Huachuca. Seems this secret revenge mission for Jasmine has more holes in it than Jackie's limo.